Alrighty, so first time doing a Let's Play, I apologize. I forgot to record. I did run back down here. There is kind of a stairway system you can take down. There's a little courtyard. There's only two chests I found. There's a copper chest over there. It's one of the red ones. They require a key. They are useless to us at this point. And then I found one of the gold chest spawns that had spawned. From that, I managed to get a few items, some gold. I managed to get some bread, and I managed to get a small pal soul. Pal souls are very handy, but we don't have the ability to do anything with them yet. Requires either crafting a specific item or finding the town or the church, because I believe both of them have the statue to it. Now, this is where you start out. You start out like in that archway. Your first fast travel point is going to be here. I would grab it, but it's not really going to do anything for you until you either build your base or find another fast travel point. Now, this nice lady over here has had to suffer through the incursions of the pals. A castaway? It's been a while since someone who didn't stink of pals washed up here. This island is a living hell. The people I came with aren't with us any longer. Those damn pals ate every one of them. You'd be careful out there. Here, take some basic supplies. You need to toughen up if you want to survive out there. Yeah, 10 wood's okay, I guess, crazy lady, but it's not really a start. Alright, so let's see if we can go ahead and find some stone, because I do not feel like punching rocks. However, the game system does not seem to feel kind to me at the moment. Ah, there's some more stone. Ooh, and even more stone. I think that's a pickupable stone. No, it's not. Oh, there's one. Okay. I can build a primitive workbench. And then I think I have enough stone for the pickaxe. With the pickaxe, we can get more stone. Yes, I do. Yes, at the start of the game, you will have to build your own stuff. Get used to it. But once you get far enough along, your slave workforce can build things for you. Oh, another thing we're going to need. We're going to want the bat. There's plenty of wood on the ground. We can afford to spend some right now for this. And then we're also going to eventually need a torch, because it gets cold around here. And you do not want to get cold. It takes a little bit to unlock the cloth armor, and so fire is your friend in the first day. Okay, and just a note also, when you're mining stone, you can find fragments of paldium. Normally, paldium is something you either find on the ground, or you can mine from those blue glowy nodes. But once you have a stone pickaxe or a metal pickaxe, you can occasionally get fragments of paldium and metal ore from standard rock nodes. Metal ore we can't really use at the moment, and frankly I'm probably going to drop it. But paldium is very useful since we can use it to make the pal sphere, which is how you catch those little bastards. Pardon my language, I sometimes tend to be a little salty. And frankly, I haven't said anything that's outright terrible at this point, so who cares? Okay, and that should be enough to be the half for what we need. Yes it is. Alright, so with the axe, we can actually go ahead and, axe the trees a question. And, oh hey, there's the torch. Alright, now, we don't really have any further need for having this bench up here. It's pretty much useless. So, if you go into your build menu, you do through B, and then hit C, you're going to go into disassembly mode. Just aim at what you want to disassemble, click, and away it goes. Alright, now with that done, how much durability? Oh wow, it took a third of my pickaxe to break down that frickin' rock. Alright. Well, with that said and done, let's go find a place for a base. Because that's kind of going to be important. Also, let's rearrange my order of items here. There. For now, we'll bring the bat. Alright, and so here's the Paldium that I was telling you guys about. These nodes will give you about 5 or 6 Paldium, but they mine really fast once you've got the metal pickaxe, to the point where it's not really much effort. Here is the gold chest I told you about. They come in a couple of different flavors. There's gold, there's blue, there's purple, and there is red. Blue and purple are essentially lesser versions of these golden chests, but actually I'm not sure about the rarity as to which ones give more. I think I've gotten more out of the purple chests, honestly, but the gold ones are the ones you would assume would be rarest. Anyway, enough of me babbling. So, the chests can give you items. The copper chests can give you really good stuff, but unfortunately the only way that I've found so far to get copper keys is to kill raiders, which, you know, raiders will spawn in and attack your camp periodically. The human ones will give keys. There are also the Syndicate Thugs. Syndicate Thugs are NPCs that will be violent towards you. The lower level ones will just try to punch you or hit you with a stick. The higher level ones have guns. Yes, you heard me right. There are guns in this game. This game is a weird hodgepodge cobble together of things that one would not expect. Take Ark Survival, give it a violent facial makeover with the stamina system and the sound system from, say, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then force it to have children with Pokemon. And you have this game. Now, I'm not saying that to say that it's bad. Personally, I like Ark Survival. I like Pokemon. This game works for me. It's not going to work for everyone. If you're not someone who already enjoys games like Ark Survival, you're probably not going to enjoy this game. If you don't like the whole, capturing and breeding and all that comes with Pokemon, you're probably not going to enjoy this game as much. Now, if you like the idea of having to survive, catch these guys and filter through them to find the ones with the traits that you want, and of course also having to essentially employ them as a workforce. I say employ very loosely because they don't really get a choice in it, and the only things that you really have to worry about when they're working for you is, are they fed and are they sane? Because they do have a sanity stat when they work for you, and that sanity stat reduces as they work. And they also will tend to develop health issues if their sanity has gotten too low. Yes, your pals can get ulcers. Welcome to the corporate world. So, with all that said and done, there are a lot of things that one can enjoy with this, including you can actually get to the point tech-wise eventually where you're setting up production lines and your pals are making guns and ammo for you. But early on, it's going to be more you making stuff for them. Oh, hey, now here's one of the purple chests I was telling you about. Yep, see, gave me 4 times the coins, and it gave me my first pal sphere. Alright, now, normally, my first playthrough, I built a base up there. You can kind of see that rock ridge. I was up there. I was right next to the water. It was a beautiful first base. But where I put stuff was kind of a mess, because I tried doing a little bit of everything at the base just to get it leveled up. And it was ugly. It was beyond ugly. It was bordering on fugly. So, in order to be a little bit more focused on trying to, how should I put it, give myself more space to work with, we're going to build our first base here. And now that green glowy thing is interesting, it is awesome, and we will get to it in a moment. So, let's go into here. I haven't even unlocked anything yet, have I? Alright, technologies. So, we start off with the first level 1 basic technologies. And these are handy, but they're not enough. The PAL box is how you build your first base, and it will be how you build your subsequent bases once you unlock the ability to have multiple. Now, see, that's one of the things where this kind of differs from Ark. Ark Survival, you could just flat out have multiple bases. That was the thing. This game, you can have multiple bases, but you have to unlock the ability to do so, which means you're going to have to work for it. All right, and just as a note, construction is probably going to be a little slow at first because I'm probably not going to have too many pals working in my camp. They'll pretty much only be working in my camp as required for upgrades. Because the first little while, you're not going to get much in the way of handy pals for around the camp. The cats and the firefoxes are kind of useful, but the rest, not so much. All right, so now under technology, there's a few other things we can unlock here. The Pal Sphere. This is your best friend. This is your bread. This is your butter. This is your water. This will do pretty much everything you need in terms of getting you pals. There are higher level spheres required for higher level creatures. For instance, the next time we get a higher level sphere is going to be the Megasphere at level 14. That Megasphere is nice. It'll capture a lot of things. You see that guy up there? A Megasphere, when that guy is at 1 HP, has a 2% catch rate. So needless to say, if we look in technology and we work our way down, we got the Megasphere, then the Gigasphere, and then the Hypersphere, and I think there's one past that. Yep, the Ultrasphere. Oh, and then there's the Legendary Sphere. So yes, there are some things that your spheres just will not catch, which means you need a better sphere. And trust me, they will be there eventually. So, for now, we're going to go ahead and go back into technology. We're going to unlock some basic stuff. The chest, the repair bench, the ability to build a structure. The campfire is very handy. The bed for us, and the bed for your pals. Pals can be a bit of a pain. Pals are very intensive when it comes to actually having to put in the time and take care of them, and they will freak out if they do not have a bed. Alright, we're going to want to be able to make cloth because our next level will allow us to make cloth outfit, which cloth outfit keeps us from getting cold when it's dark. Alright, and we don't really need the old bow. I mean, frankly, we can just work our way up until we get to... Oh, where is it? It's before metal tools. There it is, level 10, the 3-shot bow. Allows you to shoot 3 arrows from 1 arrow of ammo. The old bow is not really worth it, and trust me, you will find more schematics for this than you ever want to see. It's not worth it. Repair kits usually are very handy, especially dealing with raids. I have yet to have a raid actually damage my base, and I don't like structure deterioration, so I turned it down to 0.1 of normal. So there is still structure deterioration in my world, but I'm probably not going to ever need this, and by the time I do, I may well find a schematic for it. Schematics are really handy. They allow you to have access to technology while they're in your inventory without actually buying the tech. Okay, so I need to get a few things built here because I would like to catch myself some cats. The cats are not particularly useful, but they do have a purpose. Alright, so for now, we're just going to go ahead and put the workbench... we'll put the workbench over here on the side of the road. Now, workbenches and other small stuff can kind of angle with the terrain. This is not exactly the flattest piece of ground I picked, so I just have to deal with that. But as we go along, we will get access to larger things, and those larger things do not work well on sloped terrain. Now we're going to make ourselves a couple more pal spheres, and we're going to go catch some cats. Because the cats, every pal has a passive ability, and cats have a very handy one. Oh, it's a tutorial thing, gotta check the survival guide. Now somewhere in the survival guide is supposed to be something about, oh yeah, elements, there we go. Yeah, so every pal has an elemental type. Elemental types are only good usually against one other type and weak to one other type. The exception being fire, because fire is rude. Fire is great against grass, fire is great against ice, only weak to water. Elemental typing doesn't seem like it will do very much at the low levels, but when you get to the high levels, elemental typing is very handy. Alright, so, oh yeah, my guy is getting hungry. Alright, I need a kitty cat. Anyway, back to passive abilities. Every pal has a passive ability that they will grant you when they're in your party, and the cats have a particularly good one. They will increase your carry capacity. As you can see, I probably should be increasing mine. There we go. Now, oh, there's a Catavia. Now, also, I would be a little bit careful about attacking pals when they have other pals near them, because they will aggro. But this is a case of do as I say, not as I do, because, well, I've dealt with this before. Oh, this one's going to be a shy one. Come back here. Now, real quick, you can see here my carry capacity is 450. It was 400 after I leveled up, but that Catavia gave me 50 carry capacity. Now, these guys can hit back, so just keep wailing on them with whatever you're using to whittle down their health, because it will stun lock them, depending on how hard you're hitting versus their HP. And see, with that other Catavia, we're up to 500 now. The Catavias have a ability. Yep, helps carry supplies, increases players' max carry capacity, Cat Helper. And if I'm not mistaken, that does get leveled up when you increase their PAL, well, we'll just call it PAL level. So there's 2 levels when it comes to PALs. There's their actual level, you know, their stat level that you either catch them at, or what you level them up to as you gain experience with them in your party. There is, however, a secondary level that they don't really tell you about. All PALs start at a level 1 of this. And then as you increase them in the PAL condenser, which is way down the tech tree, PALs will gain additional stars. 1 star is PAL level 2. 2 stars is PAL level 3. And so on and so forth. And as they go up in these levels, their passives will level up. And so I'm not exactly sure if the Catavia's one will level up or not. I haven't been to the tech level to actually get that stuff. Alright, so we probably should see about going ahead and building wooden structure here. So, sorry, I get so caught up in talking that I tend to forget what we are doing. Alright, and how long has the stream been running? Okay, and as you can see, I am getting cold as hell. That happens when you're out here in no armor. But that's okay, because I can build a wooden structure, build a bed, and sleep. Okay. Foundations. Alright, we're just going to get a very simple base setup here. In fact, we're just going to build 1 frame. Because literally, this is just a carryover base. This is just something to tide us over until we have the tech and the pals to get to a good location. We really don't care what this base looks like. In point of fact, we're just going to go ahead and slap up some stuff here. We're going to go ahead and slap up a door. And we're going to go ahead and put in that. Oh, okay. P opens party. Good to know. And a roof. This is a very, very basic shack. And frankly, it's not nice, but I do not care. Oh. I need wool to build a bed. Well, that's annoying. Well, let's go kill a sheep. There are wandering merchants like this guy. This guy does deal in basic commodities. I don't think he deals in pals. Yeah, no, he doesn't deal in pals, but he can buy and sell a lot of things. I'm just going to sell him my ore for now, because I don't really have a use for it. And yeah, that'll do for now. As for what he sells, he does sell those crafting schematics I told you about, which can allow you to make things without having the tech for it. Now, I don't think he sells anything I actually need at the moment. Oh, these are the medical supplies for treating your pals. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, hey, he has the wool I need. I don't have to go and kill a sheep. Now, he also has organs here from pals. These will drop when you catch them, but they also drop when you kill them. And they are required for crafting things like for the poison bow, the fire bow, the harness for the fire pal so it can turn into a flamethrower, all kinds of stuff. And electricity is going to get important later on. Not right now, though. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to buy some wool because, frankly, gold coins, not hard to come across. Catch a ton of pals, get to the settlement that's a ways over that away, and just sell them all to the pal merchant. And he will give you whatever you want. Okay, I can actually place this thing right. Now, just as a side note, you do not always sleep through the night. In fact, there are some very, very useful pals that you can only get at night. But, well, early on when you don't have the cloth armor, night's freaking cold. So, we're going to go ahead and sleep and advance it to morning. And this is where the first video is going to cut. So, for those of you watching this on YouTube, it was nice having you guys around, but we will see you later.